Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68. Today is October the 4th, Sunday. And it is a cloudy, overcast day outside. Very dark and shady. Very much like this comic book cover here. I love overcast days, by the way. Not saying I don't like sunny days, but I really like overcast days. And before we get into this video, to this comic book haul, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for helping me to continue to grow. Please continue to help me to grow. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment. And also tap the notification bell on your way out so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately, and help me to get to the 200 mark. I'm still striving to get there, hopefully before the end of the year. I appreciate you all so very, very much. Well, this has been a big weekend for me. I've been actually not just hunting down comic books, but I've also been hunting down collectibles, and I've found a lot of stuff. I've been from everywhere from the Hallmark store, and there aren't very many of those left around, unfortunately. Hallmark. I've been to several Target stores. I'll be actually going back out to Target again this morning, and Walmart. I've been to Target, Best Buy, and GameStop, and I found a couple of things. I was going to do a video on the things that I found, but I'm going to do those later on towards the middle or end of the month, and there's a reason for that. But in any case, let's get into this haul. So here we have the very sinister, the very brutal, the very malicious Joker. And this is book number 2 of DC's Black Label, Batman the Three Jokers by Jeff Johns, and I've heard a lot about the story. This is book number 2. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to wait till I get the third book, because this is actually going to be a trilogy, and then I'll sit down and read them back to back without interruption. But man, this cover is sinister. I love it, and it basically, it's an homage to, who the Joker really is, and the artwork definitely, like I said, just really describes the Joker in one nice portrait. As you can see, look at those eyes. All right, very, very, very cool. And also cool about this is that the comic book store, they actually feature a deck of cards that comes with the comic. And see, this is something you can't do with digital comics, which is why I love printed comics and believe in supporting comic book shops. All right. And then right here we just have a promo from DC Comics, the Batman Joker Warzone stories. And inside it just basically shows all the books that you need to purchase that covers this particular storyline. I don't have the book itself yet. And this I had to include in the comic book haul. This is not a comic book. It's a preview from Marvel. Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. I met Ryan Stegman about a year ago over at which comic book shop? I was at Green Brain Comics when I purchased these, but I met these comic books. But Ryan Stegman I met at Vault of Midnight Comics about a year ago. Cool guy. And this is supposed to be a very, very huge deal in Marvel Comics, and one of Donnie Cates' most ambitious projects yet. And it deals with the symbiote god Null. And on a lot of Marvel Comics, they've been hinting Null is coming. And this is going to be a huge thing, a huge story. I can't wait to read it. But there's a preview of the King in Black in this particular Marvel Previews. I'm actually going to do a video on this Marvel Previews alone, because there's a lot of cool things in here. A lot of cool books that Marvel and things that Marvel has coming out. Can't wait. Can't wait, definitely. And then we get into the new, also big storyline by Jonathan Hickman, X of Swords. This is book number 2, featured in X Factor number 4. And this is a variant edition. It's supposed to be a 22-part series. I hope to be able to collect them all. Excuse me. But yes, this is book number 2 of that series in book number 4, X Factor. And then we also have Giant Size XMen, which is a 48-page annual or edition. And it's a tribute to someone named Wine and Cockrum, which I believe were 2 artists or writers for Marvel. I'm not sure if they passed or not. If I'm incorrect in that statement, please forgive me. But each page in this book is supposed to be drawn by a different artist. How cool is that? This is an homage, an homage to the two X-Men back in the 80s, I believe. The cover is what I'm saying anyway. Then we get into Marvel's dollar books. This is the New Mutants, number 1 for true believers, for the dollar comics line. Then we also have Havoc. Let's see. I think I have a book that's out of place here. We have Havoc, also from the dollar line. And then we also have X Factor. This is what I was looking for, too. It's from the Marvel True Believers. I love these dollar books, man. And then the New Mutants. The movie flopped, but the comic book is still successful. Very nice there. And then the breakout comic that I'm really loving. This is issue number 3, variant edition of Strange Academy. Doctor Strange's Academy for gifted children, similar to Charles Xavier's Academy of Gifted Children, which dealt with mutants. This deals with magically inclined or enhanced persons. It is very much like Harry Potter meets the Marvel Universe. I have a feeling that this is going to become something very big eventually. Probably we'll see this series on Disney Plus at some point in time. But if you've not been reading this, you're definitely missing out. Then we have Fantastic Four number 24, which features a story by Donny Cates, the Nexus War, Thor. But yeah, this is Fantastic Four 24. Then we have the Falcon and Winter Soldier number 3. This was actually a post-COVID-19 book, and it's just now being released. But this actually has a dedication, as most of the Marvel books do, to Chadwick Boseman, 1976 to 2020, Rest in Power. Number 3, series that I'm enjoying. I like this very much so. But most of the Marvel books have the dedication, memoriam to Chadwick Boseman, as we know, who recently passed, unfortunately. And here is Jeff Lemire's Immortal Hulk this is a one-shot, of a very popular story. Very interesting cover there. And then we get into our independent comics. Here's Spawn number 310 by the infamous Todd McFarlane. And to my understanding, speaking of Chadwick Boseman, he's supposed to be doing here. He has on his Instagram page where he's going to be doing a dedication to Chadwick Boseman on the next Spawn book. And that's going to be Spawn 311, which comes out October the 28th, to my understanding. All right. Cool cover there. And then we get into The Boys, Dear Becky. And they're supposed to be having a spin-off series of The Boys, too. I'm not sure if it's going to be based on this comic book or not, but that will be interesting to see. The Boys is very successful on Amazon Prime. I haven't been able to watch it yet, but hopefully I will eventually. And then last but not least, That Texas Blood, a very interesting story by Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips. I'm not quite understanding it yet. This is from Image Comics, by the way. And it seems to be interesting. I want to follow it, until it bores me, or follow it, and if it continues to interest me. So, all right. And that's it. That's all. We'll go back to Joker, the 3 Jokers. Again, loving that cover so very much. And I just want to say again, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And I hope that you've enjoyed this comic book haul. Support your local comic book stores. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your hands. Read a comic book if you're feeling down and depressed. This is a messed up world that we're living in right now. A lot of cool things coming out, though, in this messed up world. And I'm definitely very much enjoying it. But, I can only